Good evening and welcome to the Arrington Ice Arena live on the campus of Adrian College. You are tuned in to Thursday night hockey on ACTV. Frank Krupe alongside Gabe Schrei. Gabe, the Kent State University Golden Flashes have come to town to try to put an end to Adrian's 13-game home winning streak, and it will be no risk. This Bulldog club has averaging 5 goals per game on home ice. They are extremely powerful here at the Arrington. Meanwhile, Kent State coming into this evening's contest, they find themselves in second last place in the GLCHL. Only 4 road wins this year, Gabe.
Yeah, you know, Frank, they're in big trouble. 4-6 on the road, and as you said, Adrian College 13 at home. This is a really tough place to play, Frank, coming into the Arrington. These guys are going to have to work hard tonight if they want to win this game.
Starting goaltenders for tonight's game in between the pipes for the Golden Flashes. It's Zachary Nowak. He gets his 11th start of the season, coming in with a 3.86 goals against average and an .894 save percentage. And tending in between the pipes in the Bulldog crease, it's Austin Rodebush, and there was Brad Coburn. Good chance, point blank in the slot. Nice save by Nowak. But it is Rodebush who gets the start in the Bulldog crease.
Oh, wow, Frank. That's the kind of action we like to see early right here.
There's another shot. Some good early chances for the Bulldogs. As I was saying, Gabe, Austin Rodebush, he's getting his 14th start of the season, coming in with a 2.14 goals against average and a 9.31 save percentage. And he's going to be on his game tonight. We've got the GoPro camera behind him. A recent recipient of a fresh haircut is Austin Rodebush. And he's been a key member of this Bulldog club and their success this year. We'll look to see that again this evening. Puck is chipped down the ice, picked up on the blue line. Kent State with it now. Off the glass. And down the ice, it's John Hoskins. Armstrong sends it rink wide for Sam Johnson, has his shot deflected, and now here come the Golden Flashes, shot by Jared Fielden into the corner. Sam Johnson away with it now, and another turnover by Sam Johnson, his second this shift. Will the Bulldogs regroup in their own end? Rakes up for Ted Anstead, who dumps it into the far side. Robin Danielson wraps it around the boards. Nick Gettle out there getting his first touch of the puck alongside his D partner Eric Alden. Alden's cross-ice pass intended for Anstead, too far ahead of him. Nick Gettle now with it. Nice pass up for Dobrzenecki, cutting through the centers. Dobrzenecki hands it off, and what a shot there. And a nice chance by Zach McKay, just wide of the net. A great pass by Nick Gettle, outlet it up to Dobrzenecki. Here comes Matt Zaremba now centering it for Anstead. Another good chance. Bulldogs are buzzing here in the early going.
You know, Frank, after catching up with the coaches before this game, we knew early on the keys to this game for Adrian College were going to be dirty garbage goals. These guys are going to have to get down there and cause chaos and just happen to knock it in amongst chaos. And these guys aren't getting up there and getting the puck back after they take shots. And they're going to have to do that if they want to win this game and score points. It's going to be a 60-minute effort out of Adrian College. We're going to have balanced scoring all across this lineup for Adrian College to win this game.
3 minutes gone in the first period, and there's a shot by Zaremba in the slot that was kicked aside by the Kent State goaltender. Nick Sakalaropoulos behind his own net for Adam Bristol. Last time we were here a week ago on ACTV, Adam Bristol found himself in a nice little skirmish. Ended up getting suspended. There's a shot that was sent wide by Polschuk. Polschuk and O'Neill digging in the corner, harassing Radosevic. It goes out to the opposite side. Nick Sakalaropoulos pinching down low. Holds up. Nick Sack still with it, throws it through the crease looking for Polschuk. Couldn't get a handle on it. Not too often you see Nicky Sack down low pinching. Matt Zaremba up covering his spot on defense. Flashes break it out. Puck is turned over for Chris DeRoshi. And his backhand is given right back away to Radosevich. Pass intended for Ethan Martin. Is going to be an icing call.
You know, Frank, we were talking about the keys to this game the last break and play. Kent State has some very clear keys to this game, too. They're going to have to play a 200-foot game. They're going to have to play great at both ends of the ice all the way down the rink. They're going to have to be disciplined all game long. They're going to have to stay out of the box, and they're going to have to capitalize when they get power plays. And if they don't do that, Frank, they're just not going to win this game.
Yeah, they are going to have to capitalize. If they do get power play chances, like I mentioned before, the Bulldogs averaging 5 goals a game at home. A couple of the big guns for Kent State, Jonathan Butitia, 36 points on the season, and Chance Taylor, who leads the team with 14 goals on the season. They're going to have to bring it tonight if they want to try to break this 13-game winning streak on home ice that dates back to last year for this D1 hockey club. Bulldogs haven't lost a home game since February 6th of last year. A 6-5 loss to Davenport. So that 13-game winning streak extending into last season. Andre Rakes now with a drive, and it gets tipped right on. Nice save. Rebound is there. Another great save made by Zachary Nowak.
Wow, I thought that was going in right there, Frank.
Andre Rakes had his point shot tipped in front. Rebound was there. Nowak slammed the door. Here's another shot by Rakes, and that's deflected off the leg of Bubanik. And we've got an early power play opportunity now coming up to Kent State. It's the freshman, Justin Fisher, heading to the penalty box for tripping. So 5 minutes into the first frame here, Kent State is going to go to the power play. And like you said, Gabe, according to head coach Jim Underwood of Kent State, this is one of their keys. Kent State has got to capitalize on their power play opportunities.
Yeah, you know, Frank, and I think they have a good opportunity to do it right here. They're starting down here on this side of the ice, and never mind.
And there's an early backhand lifted down the ice by Zaremba. He's out there with Gettle, Alden, and Wenzel to kill this penalty.
One of my favorite guys on this Adrian College team, Bobby Bodette, is out tonight, so we may see Coburn trying to pick up for his bit, but I think this team is so deep and talented, they should be just fine without him.
There's a nice shot on net by Caleb Ganali that got through some traffic. Austin Rodebush getting his first touch of the rubber. Austin Rodebush is a big guy for the Bulldogs. Standing 6'3", 205 pounds, takes up a lot of net, and he is excellent down low. Extremely flexible. He can do the full splits. The freshman has been quite the attribute to this Bulldog club this year.
Never mind.
Ted Anstad able to clear the puck down the ice. 30 seconds gone in the Fisher tripping minor. Puck is given away in the neutral zone, and Alden sent it down, and Ted Anstad's the first one in on Zachary Nowak. He's going to outlet it up for Hanovich. Here comes Ganali now, wraps it around the boards. Getting it first is Kent State. Budia and Sakharopoulos slapping sticks with each other. Kent State finally gets a handle on it. Nice job there by Matt Zaremba to rub out Ethan Martin and send the puck down the ice. 40 seconds to go. Bristol, Sakharopoulos, McKay, and Dobrzanicki, the killers out for the Bulldogs. Here's Ethan Martin over the blue line. Soft backhand into the corner for Chance Taylor. Taylor wraps it to the opposite side for Radov. He's going to turn it over in the slot. Bulldogs clear the zone. And it's sent down the ice by Adam Bristol. No shots for this Kent State team on the power play, Gabe, and this is not what Coach Jim Underwood meant when he said capitalizing on power plays.
Yeah, Frank, I bet he's not happy down there on the sideline. I know I wouldn't be.
Fisher is back to the ice. Kent State didn't register a shot on net. And that power play opportunity, good kill by Adrian. Radosevich turns the puck over to center ice. Dobrzanicki flips it in and gets change. Eric Wenzel, first man in on it, not able to hold the line is Darren Tarasov. Speaking of Darren Tarasov, I know his Bubba Tarasov is listening out in Western Canada, so shout out to her. getting to watch her grandson play this evening. Chris Swan now with it for Kent State. Swan is going to go off the boards, and it's turned over. Kent State has really turned the puck over a lot in the early going here. Speaking of turnover, there was a glaring one by Zachary Armstrong. I think he thought he had some support. No one was there. Cross-ice pass intended for O'Neill is picked off, and O'Neill takes a hard shot.
Ouch, that was a big hit right there from Robin Danielson. Didn't hold anything back, putting him into the boards right there.
And O'Neill looks to be just fine after that. Danielson taking a penalty on that. The ref's calling interference on Robin Danielson. Matt O'Neill, one of those guys that loves to dish out the physicality. He can certainly take it too. Here's Coburn now. He wins the draw for DeRoche. Hoskins seeing some power play time. Still looking for his first goal as a college hockey player. Maybe this is it. And a nice save made by Zachary Novak as Hoskins was looking to go up high over the blocker side.
That was a great save right there by Novak, Frank. And this guy is in store to have a good game if he keeps saving them like this, Frank.
Bulldogs take control in the zone. Andre Rakis fakes the shot. Sends it down low for Coburn. The Cobra takes a shot on net, and it looks like it deflected off a body in front. I think it was Alex Compion. Kent State defender may have had that go off of his shoulder and out of play.
The Cobra looking to inject his venom right there. I'll tell you, if I was coach, I'd tell him to take all the shots he wants. This guy is racking up points like there's no stopping him.
32 goals on the year for Brad Coburn. Oh, and there's a big hit he throws down in the corner. Driving his shoulder into Radosevich. Rakis now with it. Sends it down low, and big collision there as Justin Fisher was run into by a Kent State player, and he's slow to his feet. Here's DeRoche now. Up for Dobrzanecky over the line. Dobrzanecky goes cross-ice for Gettle, who holds it. Wrapping it down low, getting in on there first is Radosevich. Dobrzanecky steals the puck off him. Dobrzanecky up top for Alden. Alden takes a shot, and it gets through. Nice kick save. Bulldogs with a couple good chances on this power play, but unable to find the back of the net thus far. There's Rodebush way out to play that. 38 seconds to go in the Bulldog power play. 3 shots on net, all turned aside, and there's a long lead pass from Matt O'Neill that was broken up. Puck is flipped up and into the meshing out of play.
Coburn, 32 goals this season, 15 assists. Frank, that adds up to 47 points for Coburn. This guy takes those shots and he makes them.
Pretty good season for a guy who's only a freshman. 25 ticks to go in the Bulldog power play. Dobrzanecky winding up with some speed, and he gets stick-checked at the last second. Here comes Fielden now. Jared Fielden cutting to the net, and Alden did a good job to slam him down to the ice. Matt O'Neill now hustling north. Drops it up for Gettle. Gettle down low for Dobrzanecky. Dobrzanecky cutting to the net, looking to pass in front. Puck is loose. Bulldogs jamming away at it. Zaremba with it behind the net, and he's tripped. Penalty coming up here to Kent State.
Frank, I like that combination of Gettle and O'Neill on the ice together. There's something about those two. They just seem to work really well together down there.
So Bulldogs are going to another power play. We're going to send it down to Ellen Stanton now, who's in between the Bulldog benches. Ellen, what have you got for us?
Thanks, Frank. The Bulldog scratches for tonight's game are Trevor Benaglio, Nick Perez, Nick Balovich, Bobby Bodette, who's suspended in tonight's game because he was got into a fight in the Western Michigan game, as well as Archie McKinnon, and of course we know Frank Krupe, who's up in the booth announcing for us tonight. And also we have four Bulldogs, who still have not recorded a goal yet on the season. They are Eric Wenzel, Nicholas Sakharopoulos, Josh Hosking, and Archie McKinnon. And tonight's going to be a great game for them to get that opportunity, as this is a defensively weak team. Frank?
Thanks a lot, Ellen. One of those players you mentioned, John Hoskins, is out here right now, and there's your man, Gabe. Woo! The Cobra opens the scoring for the Bulldogs. 1-0 Adrian, 10.5 minutes into the first period.
Well, I'll tell you what, Frank. The Cobra, you can't stop the guy. He strikes early, and that gives him 33 goals on the season. This guy is vicious. I love watching this guy.
The last time these two clubs met was toward the end of the 2014 calendar year. It was a 6-2 win for the Bulldogs. Brad Coburn scored in that game as well. And he opens the scoring this evening for the Bulldogs. Power play goal with Zach Sommer in the penalty box for tripping. And the Bulldogs capitalize on their first power play. 1-0 Adrian, 11 minutes in. Adam Bristol getting it down low. Coburn back with it, throws out in front for Wenzel. Wenzel couldn't handle the pass into the slot. Bristol chipping the puck ahead for Wenzel. He's got Sam Johnson going to the net, but he's chipped out by Hanovich. Fisher and DeRoche drawing assists on the Coburn goal. Oh, and watch out.
That did not look like it felt good.
My goodness, there was a puck that went out of play, and no one in the stands is paying attention. That dropped down and just missed a number of fans.
It actually hit a fan right on the head.
Well, lucky souvenir for a fan here at the Arrington. Maybe they can get Brad Coburn to sign that puck after the game.
I bet he will. You know, he's a nice guy. I'm glad to see Adam Bristol back on the ice, the captain, after that big fight against Western Michigan last time we were here home.
Yeah, that's right. Speaking of fights, like Alan mentioned, Bobby Beaudette out of tonight's game. He got in a tilt in the second half. Oh, and look at this.
Oh, man.
Kent State has just tied the game up. A harmless-looking point shot thrown in by Caleb Ganali. And on only their second shot of the evening, finds the back of the net. It looked like it ricocheted off something on the way in and squeaked through the legs of Austin Rodebush.
Yeah, that just looked like a lucky shot to me, Frank. That's too bad.
So just like that, Kent State has tied the game up and maybe getting a little bit of confidence back. Zaremba over the blue line now. He was trying to feed Polishchuk, who was cutting to the net. O'Neill takes a bump in the corner. Still digging away for it are the Bulldogs. Away with it comes Kent State. Now coming in with some speed are the Flashes. Another shot. Pass intended for Ethan Martin was covered up by Austin Rodebush. So Kent State ties the game. And like I said, maybe gaining a little bit of confidence, not getting back into it. They won both their games at Eastern Michigan last weekend. 1-goal games, 8-7 and 6-5. So they're on a bit of a offensive hot themselves. And they flashed that early. Caleb Ganali being credited with the Kent State goal. Not able to keep the puck in the Bulldog zone was Polishchuk. Ethan Martin is going to dump it in. Nick Gettle with it in behind the net. Breaking out. Up for Brad Coburn. Heads up. Brad Coburn was stick checked as he was entering the zone by Zach Sommer. Here's Gettle playing hot potato with Alden. Up for Fisher, and Fisher's rubbed out inside the neutral zone. Battle ensues in the corner. With it is Coburn now trying to take it to the net, and he's body checked in front. Good defensive play there by Kent State. DeRoche now winding around. Lifts a weak shot in and gets blocked into the corner. Fisher for Bristol. Adam Bristol's going to fake a shot. He throws it in, takes a weird bounce off the backboards. Ends up on the stick of Coburn, who sends it back up top. Bristol with it. Tees up a drive, and that deflected off someone in front. Hard shot. That looked like it went off the arm of Casey Burrell. Oh, and he's in some considerable pain. Casey Burrell directly to the locker room after that.
Man, after that hard shot, they might start calling him Adam Pistol, Frank. Man, he blasted that in there.
Casey Burrill took that Adam Bristol slap shot off the forearm, and he went directly to the bench and into the Kent State locker room. We'll see if Ellen can get an update on him. And there's Bristol throwing his body. The pistol with a big hit on Trevor Pulasic.
Does not take any trash.
And now he's going to get a penalty for this. And this is the one thing Bristol has got to be careful about. He loves to hit. Physical guy. Can't get too carried away, and he did there. He's going to take an interference penalty as he ran Pulasic from behind a bit. And there he is slamming his helmet in the penalty box. So Kent State will head to their second power play of the evening. 0 for 1 with 0 shots in their first attempt.
Wow. Man, that was a huge hit, Frank. I can't believe what I saw still. That's some great hockey right there at a pistol.
Sure is. Anstead wins the draw against Fielden, but it's flipped out of bounds. And correction on the goal now. They're awarding the Kent State goal to Troy Bubanik, so he must have got a piece of it on the way into the net. Caleb Ganali getting the assist. Troy Bubanik with the Kent State goal, and he's out there right now trying to give Kent State the lead. Bubanik with it now, taking it to the net, takes a low shot, and it was into the feet of Darren Tarasov, who throws it out of bounds.
Frank, interesting statistic. According to Sports Science, the hardest hit in sports is usually an open ice hit in hockey. And that hit right there out of Adam Bristol was huge.
Absolutely it is. You consider how fast these guys are moving and the equipment that they're wearing. It is indeed harder than an NFL hit compared to an NHL hit. And that a hit by Adam Bristol there was certainly proved the point. Could have a chance here for Kent State. Ganali takes a shot. Puck is loose. Oh, and Bulldogs catch a break. It just squeezed out the other end. Good pressure here from Kent State. Rakes slapping away. Kent State gets possession again. It's Ganali. Possession for Fielden. Sends it down low, and there was a good save made by Rodebush on the tip in front. Bubanik almost had his second. And here comes Ted Anstead away. Work on one-on-one on Ganali. He takes a shot. Big rebound kicked out by Nowak. 1:05 left to go in the Adam Bristol minor penalty. Butitia now with some speed. Flying over. Cut into the net, and there's a shot kicked aside by Rodebush. Good individual effort by Butitia. Matt Zaremba getting pinned into the corner as he was trying to take the puck to the net. Squirted her back for Butitia. 40 seconds to go on the power play. Down the wing is Chance Taylor. Taylor around the net. He's got Gettle harassing him. Taylor still with it. Good job. Gets it down onto the half wall for Ethan Martin. Martin's going to fake a shot. O'Neill trying to clear it out. He can't. Rue with it now. Ethan Rue takes a shot. And Kent State once again finds the back of the net. Robert Rue with another harmless-looking shot from inside the blue has given Kent State the 1-goal lead with 4 minutes to go in the first period. Wow, Gabe.
Man, Frank, they did capitalize the power play that time. Too bad. Like you said, I did not think that was going in. It just didn't seem like it had the power to get in there and just manages to slip through. Catches Rodebush by surprise, it almost seemed like.
Robert Rue, his point shot right along the ice, and again, that was deflected. We'll see who they award the goal to. But nonetheless, it's the Kent State Golden Flashes who have hopped out to a 2-1 lead here on Thursday Night Hockey in the Arrington, where the Bulldogs have not lost at home this year. Despite being outshot 14-9, Kent State has the lead. We'll see who officially is awarded the goal in a moment here. Shot on net by the Bulldogs, takes an awkward bounce, and Zachary Nowak had to be on his toes there to cover that up.
Wow, Frank, things just have to start bouncing the Bulldogs' way. It's almost like they've just had bad luck, not so much at all that they're not playing good to this point.
3:37 to go in the first period. Armstrong unable to win the draw. Coming away with it is Pulasic. Pulasic fires it by Hoskins. Rodebush out to leave it in behind the net. backhands it up for Hoskins. Alley-oop pass is picked off by Kent State. Won't matter. Offside is Eric Wenzel. So the Kent State goal is officially awarded to John Butitia. His 12th of the season. He leads this team with 37 points now. We mentioned him at the beginning of the broadcast that he was going to be one of those guys for Kent State. Have to step up tonight. So it's Butitia with his 12th of the year. And very similar to the first goal Kent State scored. Harmless shot from the blue line, tipped in. There's Dobrzanicki. He was looking for Anstead. He was cut into the net. And there's a weak shot thrown in, kicked aside by Nowak. Compian pinning his man up against the boards. It squirts out the other end for Dobrzanicki. Rakes now takes a low shot, and it's not able to get through. Rakes back with it. For Dobrzanicki, he was trying to tee up a one-timer. He was stick checked by Radosevic. Anstead up top for Tarasov, and there's a nice shot by DT into the logo of Zachary Nowak. Speaking of Zachary McKay is taking Bobby Beaudet's place on one of the top lines here for the Bulldogs. As we mentioned, Bobby Beaudet out for this evening's contest, suspended last weekend in Western Michigan for fighting. So Zach McKay draws in and fills in his spot on one of the top lines for the Bulldogs. Robert Rue now with some speed, throws a weak shot in. Tarasov rubbing him out. 2.5 to go. Rakes up for Zaremba. Matt Zaremba, a long cross-ice pass intended for Matt O'Neill. Icing is waved off. Good job by goaltender Nowak to throw it up. Sent back in by the Bulldogs. Turned over in the neutral zone. Gettle over for his D partner Alden. They've been partners all year. Gettle and Alden have good chemistry between them. Alex Compian now into the center of the ice, and turning that one over was Chance Taylor. Here come the Bulldogs, but Zaremba was bodied off the puck by Alex Compian.
Big
and then
hit at a Cobra.
Compian throws a big hit on your man, Gabe. Cobra's a tough guy, though. He'll take that all day long. Compian away with it now for the Golden Flashes. And he's going to flip it in. Golden Flashes will get a change. Gabe, what is a Golden Flash? I believe it's some kind of gamecock bird, right?
I really think it's like some sort of bird of prey, like a hawk or like a small eagle or something. I don't know what it is. I wouldn't want one to come after me, though, I think.
Well, we'll look into that. I'm sure
Maybe.
It's some kind of a gamecock bird that you would hunt.
Can somebody Google it?
Yeah, we'll find out.
Somebody Google it.
We'll have the answer for that. All right, our tech guy Dan is on it. 60 seconds just about to go in the first period here. Kent State up 2-1. And Nowak is cleverly going to cover this up with Chris DeRoshi fleeting in on him. Chris DeRoshi had a hat trick against Kent State earlier this year when the Bulldogs traveled down to Kent in November. He put up a hat trick against his team in a 5-2 Bulldog win. Draws one by Adrian. McKay's going to wire a shot away wide. Flipped out of the zone. Good job by Adam Bristol to poke that away from Bubanik. Long lead pass up intended for Anstead. Turned over. It's Bubanik with it now. He's just going to flip it out and down. Kyle Schaefer pressuring Nicky Sack and throws a bit of a shot on him. Bristol back with it. Again, the Bulldogs are trying these long cross-ice passes. Schaefer's rubbed out by Bristol. And it's chipped down by Bubanik. Kent State's going to get a change here. 15 clicks to go. See if we can get one more opportunity for Adrian. Bristol, neutral zone pass for McKay. He's not able to handle it. Whacks it down low. And it's sent out and down the ice by Kent State. And that is going to do it for the first frame here at the Arrington. Kent State leading 2-1 after 20 minutes of play. 17 shots on net by the Bulldogs. Only 10 by Kent State.
Wow, Frank.
Didn't know if we saw this coming. We're going to have Ellen Stanton down with a Bulldog player. We'll find out who in a second here.
Kent State University, they had 10 shots on goal. For Adrian College, they had 17 shots on goal.
So not exactly what we expected, Gabe, in the first period of play.
Frank, when you see this many shots on goal out of Adrian being such an offensive threat, you'd think they'd have more goals than this team.
Two shooters will have 2 shots to score in Bruiser's doghouse. If they score, they win.
And now we're going to send it down to Ellen Stanton, who's at the Bulldog bench with one of the co-captains of this Adrian club, Eric Wenzel. Ellen?
Thanks, Frank. You guys were up 1-0. They came back 2-1. What's the message to your team going into the second period?
You know, I don't think we played that bad of a period. We got 17 shots on net. We carried most of the play, so just got to stick to the game plan and take it one shot at a time and get back in this game.
And already a pretty physical game here tonight. How important is it for your guys to stay out of the box here?
Yeah, we like to play physical, like to run the body, but yeah, we got to stay out of the box. Just got to make sure we're playing clean and hard at the same time.
Thank you, and good luck in the second.
Thanks.
Frank?
There's Eric Wenzel, the former Castlegar Rebel, senior from Kelowna, BC. They got to stay out of the box, Gabe, and you're right, and he's right about that. We'll see if they can improve upon that in the second period of play. 2-1 Kent State. After 20 minutes, don't you go anywhere. You are tuned in to Thursday Night Hockey right here on ACTV with Gabe and Frank. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second period of play here at the Arrington Ice Arena. Kent State Golden Flashes jumped out to a 2-1 lead in the latter portion of that first period. John Butitia, power play goal from Chance Taylor, and Rob Rue gave the Golden Flashes the 2-1 lead. Earlier it was Troy Bubanik from Jared Fielden and Caleb Ganali. That tied the game up, and of course Brad Coburn and Chris DeRoshi on the power play opened the scoring. And Gabe, after 10 minutes of play in the first period, the shots were 10-1 Adrian, and then they started taking penalties, and they let Kent get right back into the game. It seemed to me in the first period that when these teams play 5-on-5, it's really no competition between Kent and this Bulldog club, so Adrian is going to have to stay out of the penalty box moving forward in this hockey game.
Well, you know, before the break, we were talking about what a Golden Flash was.
That's right. What is a Golden Flash, Gabe?
Well, I went ahead and Googled it, and apparently all it is their mascot. It's supposed to be an eagle, though.
An eagle. All right.
So I don't know. It's a little confusing.
Well, we know what a bulldog is.
Yeah, I don't really know. I'm pretty
canine.
upset over it.
Well, don't get too upset, Gabe, because we got a hockey game in front of us, and we all love hockey. So don't fret too much. Shots are 17-10 for the Bulldogs as we start the second frame here. Adrian carrying 13-game home winning streak. Last time Kent State beat the Bulldogs was back on November 14th, 2011. It's been a while. 16-3 all-time are the Bulldogs against Kent State, outscoring them 119-35 in the process. Could this be the night the Flashes break all kinds of streaks? Winning streak? Personal winning streak?
Frank, hopefully that's not what we're here to see tonight.
I don't think that's what we're here to see tonight. We're here to see the Bulldogs come out on top. And I'm sure Coach Rob Hodnicki had some choice words for his hockey club in the first intermission there. We'll see if they come out with a little more jump to start this game, or a period, I should say. Fisher drops it off for the Cobra. Sends it up for DeRoshi. DeRoshi back to Coburn. Oh, and Justin Fisher was wide open in the slot if Coburn could have got a handle on that pass. Bristol backhands it up for Coburn. It's turned over. Caleb Ganali being pressured by DeRoshi forces a turnover. Into the opposite corner for Coburn. He's battling with Butitia. Butitia pokes it up ahead. Coburn harassing him. Into the other side it goes. And Ganali takes a nice hit by Sam Johnson, who's got some jump in his step tonight. Sam Johnson was a healthy scratch last weekend at Western. He draws back into the lineup tonight. Oh, a bleed pass up into the neutral zone intended for Bubanik. Couldn't get a handle on that. And look at this nice pass up ahead for Armstrong. And Armstrong into the slot for Eric Wenzel. Wenzel could have his first, and he's stoned in the slot point blank.
Oh, no. I thought he had it, Frank. I can't believe he ended up not getting that goal. Man.
Eric Wenzel stymied in the slot. What a save by Zachary Nowak. And down at the other end, you see Austin Rodebush slamming his stick against the ice. He would have had an assist on that. Great outlet pass up for Zach Armstrong, who hit Wenzel in the slot. But now, coming out of all this is a Jared Fielden penalty. So the Bulldogs are going to head to their third power play of the evening. They're 1 for 2 with 4 shots on net. So good opportunity to tie the game up here, minute and a half into the second period. Zaremba. Down low for Dober-Zanecki, flips it up top for Gettle. Back for Dober-Zanecki, he's going to take a shot, and it was into the shin pads of Chad Parise. No relation to Zach Parise, we think. Dober-Zanecki, Gettle, Alden, Zaremba, and O'Neill, the power play unit here. So Matt O'Neill drawing into the spot for Bobby Beaudet on the power play here. And Alden ran into the referee in the corner. He wasn't able to handle the pass. He was frustrated there, slapping his stick into the boards. 40 seconds gone on the power play. Gettle's going to have to reset. Dobrzaneki's going to slap one in. O'Neill first man in on it. Throws it out in front. Look at this for Alden. He takes a shot and a nice block there off an Eric Alden shot by Chance Taylor. And it's flung down the ice by Robert Rue. Good job thus far killing this penalty off. 1 minute has expired. Here comes the Cobra in with some speed. Brad Coburn taking it to the net and a good blocker save.
Oh, I thought he had it.
Zach Nowak. Big save on Coburn. Hoskins now with a drive, and again it's blocked by Chance Taylor. That's 2 big blocks for him on this PK. Taking it to the net now is Coburn, and he finds the back of the net. There's your guy once again, Gabe. The Cobra releasing his venom. Second of the game has tied this one up at 2s.
Well, Frank, I'll tell you, when the Cobra strikes, he strikes hard. There's no stopping. Brad Coburn, once he gets that puck down there by the pipes, he just takes that and knocks it right down to tie up the game at 2.
Second power play goal of the game for Brad Coburn. Has tied this one up. 20th shot on net for Adrian, finds the back of the net, and Gabe is in a state of hysteria up here. He has a little crush on Brad Coburn, and every time he scores, Gabe gets a little red in the face. Hoskins takes a shot and it was tipped in front by Armstrong. Nice tip, better save made by Nowak. Now the Bulldogs got some jump in their step. Here comes Kent though with a shot, blocker to side by Rodebush. 1-on-1 now. Here comes Eric Wenzel coming down, sends it for Sam Johnson, who was flying into the slot. Pass was poked away by the Kent State defense. And there's a weak shot thrown on net by Armstrong as he took a bit of a hit up high by Caleb Ganali. Ganali might have gotten away with one there. Chris DeRoshi picking up the lone assist on the Coburn goal. So now 2 assists for DeRoshi in this hockey game.
I'll tell you, Wetzel had some steam right there. He's lucky. Nowak is lucky. One of his defenders got there and knocked him off his horse right there. I thought he was going to put one in.
Bulldogs win the draw. Sakalaropoulos sends it down low for Anstedt. Anstedt's pads eludes everyone, intended for Bristol. Nicky Sack. Long lead pass up the boards for Dobrzanecky. Just able to beat out the icing. Good job by Dobrzanecky. It could have been a nice play there if he was able to get a handle on it. Here's Anstedt in the slot. Now he takes a shot, looking to go 5-hole. And a good save made by Zachary Nowak, squeezing the pads as Ted Anstedt was in the slot point blank, looking to squeeze one in between the legs of Nowak. Great save by the Concord, Ohio native. Matt Zaremba in to take the draw now. He loses it. Zach Summer flips it up. Zaremba sends it back down to Gettle. Logs regrouping in their own zone here. Long lead pass up for Polschuk. Polschuk on the back end for O'Neill. It's Zaremba coming in with some speed on Robin Danielson. Danielson able to elude the pressure. He sends it up, but it's picked up by Alden. Whacked away. Polschuk able to keep it in. Finally flipped out to center ice. Hanovich was almost one-on-one with Gettle there, but he couldn't handle a bouncing puck. Now O'Neill sitting on top of one of the Kent State players, and he threw a shot on Chad Parise in front of the Kent State bench. We'll see if Matt O'Neill stays out of the penalty box tonight.
You know, Frank, Matt O'Neill is one of my favorite guys to watch hit. He reminds me of the angry stepdad at a soccer game. He has got that big hitting temper when he's down there on the ice.
Oh, what a save made in the slot on Justin Polschuk there. Coburn with a nifty backhand pass to Polschuk, who one-time attempt into the chest of Zach Nowak, who has played a real good game here so far. 24 shots on net, 22 saves for Nowak. He's keeping his team in this game. Like I said before, 5-on-5. This Kent State team is really no contest for the Bulldogs, and they've shown it here to start the second period, and now we've got a gang tackle in the corner there. Duroshi was taken down by Bubanik, no call. Andre Rakes. Long lead pass, and it's chipped up for Justin Fisher. Could have a chance here. Duroshi going to the net, looking for Duroshi, and Fisher's pass was way too high. Coburn turns the puck over, but steals it right back again. He was looking for Duroshi on the back door. Duroshi hit in behind the net by Radosevich. Coburn comes in to help him out. Fisher's ridden into the boards by Ganali. Up top, Kent State grabs possession, and they're just going to flip it out into the neutral zone. Darren Tarasov has his attempt intercepted. And a nice pass up here by Tarasov for Johnson. Sam Johnson looking for his first goal of the year. And a good save made by Zach McKay. Excuse me, Nowak. Radosevich is run into by Armstrong. Puck picked up by Johnson. Sam Johnson around the net with it. Soft pass up for Nicky Sack. He backhands it back in and ricochets into the opposite corner. Centering pass for Armstrong off of the foot of Wenzel and sent down the ice. This is going to be an icing call on Kent State. And now we're going to send it down to Alan Stanton, who's once again in between the Bulldog and Kent State benches.
Thanks, Frank. Number 27 for the Bulldogs, Brad Coburn, third right now in the ACHA, 4 points. But after tonight, his 2 goals tonight, with 34 totaling goals on the season, takes him to the top goal scorer in the ACHA right now. Frank?
Thanks a lot, Ellen. Just about 7 minutes gone here in the second period. Bulldogs have tied it up on a Brad Coburn power play goal. Bulldogs offside here. They'll have to retreat. Bubanik sends it into Bulldog territory, corralled by Nick Sack. He's harassed by Schaefer. Puck is thrown up for McKay. Here comes McKay now, 3-on-2 for the Bulldogs. McKay with a shot, it's blocked. Rebound is there, Eric Wenzel. Again, Eric Wenzel is stymied on the doorstep.
Wow.
Zach
Bad luck.
Yeah, bad luck is right. Zach McKay's shot was off of the shin pads of Robert Rue. Rebound was sitting in the slot. Wenzel whacked away at it with the backhand. Another good save made, his 24th of the night by Zach Nowak. Bulldogs win the draw here for Gettle, and he takes a shot. Doesn't make it through. He'll have to hustle up here. Gettle with a nifty chip up for McKay, who's going to get it in deep. Chad Parise takes a hit by Ted Anstead in the corner. Got hit by Ted. Brother Joe happy to see that, I'm sure. Now it's Ted Anstead again. He leaves it for Dobrzanecky. Dobrzanecky with a wide angle shot. It's stopped by Zach Nowak. Speaking of Alex Dobrzanecky, Gabe, his father, Big Joe Dobrzanecky, is actually a Kent State alumni. He was a track star for Kent State back in the day. From what I'm told, his banner is hanging somewhere in the Kent State rafters, according to Alex.
Frank, that's probably a tough game for him to watch. You know, he wants his son to do well. He wants his son's school to do well, but gotta love the alma mater. Gotta give the alma mater some love, too.
That's a good question. Where's Big Joe's who's he cheering for in this game? We want to know. I'm sure it's his son, Alex. Puck was into the slot. Nobody there. It's sent back down low. Nick Gettle's going to turn it over. Ethan Martin was trying to throw it out in front, but it's picked off by the Bulldogs and sent down the ice. Here's Ted Anstead now. Oh, and a nice defensive job to get back was Radosevich. Danielson and Anstead. Big collision in the corner.
Oh,
Anstead's
man.
throwing his weight around this evening.
Wants to show him who's boss, Frank.
Pass intended for Chance Taylor in the neutral zone. Couldn't get there. Now it's turned over by Rodebush. But Butitia is rubbed out, and he gives Eric Alden a little slash in behind the play. John Butitia has a goal for Kent State tonight. He's their leading point scorer on this team. Bubanik now turns it over for Matt Zaremba. Polishchuk over the blue, lifts it off for O'Neill. Backhand pass into the slot for Matt Zaremba, and he just misses the far side. And we've got Matt O'Neill now who took a penalty in front of the net. Kent State's going to the power play. Here's a chance for Kent State, and the shot was stopped by Rodebush on Kyle Schaefer. Schaefer looking skyward after he was stopped on the back door by Rodebush, and Matt O'Neill is back in the penalty box now.
Looked like he put a big hit on Caleb Ganelli down there right in front of the net.
Yeah.
Showing off his angry stepdad mustache skills down there.
Well, early moments ago I said, can he stay out of the box this evening? And I guess our question has been answered, Gabe. Bulldogs going to have to kill off their third penalty kill here this evening. Kent State 1 for 2 in the first period. Robert Rue tees up Ethan Martin. His shot doesn't get through. Boutia intended pass up for the blue line, eludes everybody. So it's O'Neill for interference. And like you said, Gabe, it was a big collision he threw on Caleb Ganali in front of the net. Here comes Boutia now over the blue line with some speed. Boutia winding around the net. Still with it is Boutia. Drops it off for Robert Rue, and his shot is into the shin pads of Andre Rakes. And now here comes Rakes with Wenzel going to the net. Rakes tees up a drive, and it's off of the shin pads of Ethan Martin. 1:06 left to go in the Kent State power play. Chance Taylor now. Backhand lifts it off, and nobody was there. Pass was intended for John Boutia. Not sure he was expecting that drop pass, and here come the Bulldogs. It's Matt Zaremba with it for Nick Sakalopoulos, and he muffed on that shot. Nicky Sack is going to have to hustle back here. I'm not sure where that pass was going by Trevor Handlovich. Icing is the call.
I'll tell you, Rakes has had a good game tonight, and Rakes is probably my favorite defender on this Adrian Bulldogs team. I don't know what it is about him, just the way he plays, you know, nice and physical and overall solid defender.
Well, ever since Andre Rakes cut his hair, I don't really like him anymore. Him and Eric Alden cut their luscious, gorgeous locks of flow last week, and they have not been the same hockey players since. And now we got a penalty coming up here to Kent State as Rodebush is off to the bench. And we'll see what the call is. There was a big collision in the corner. We've got a tripping call coming up here. It's going to Trevor Handlovich. So a rough shift for Handlovich here. He ices the puck on a pass that was into no man's land, and then moments later he takes a tripping penalty, negating the rest of the Kent State power play. So we'll play 4-4 for the next 28 seconds.
Frank, I got a question for you. Will you still be my friend if I cut my hair?
No. Dobrzenecki's tied up on the draw. Doroshi up for Alden. Cross ice for Gettle. Nick Gettle holding it. Sends it down low. Doroshi took down his man in front. Ganelli, no call there.
Oh, man, I thought he had that. I did too, yeah.
Here's Alden now. Around the boards for Dobrzenecki. Coming away with it is Caleb Ganali. Now it's turned over though for Gettle. Matt O'Neill is onto the ice. Bulldogs to the power play. This will be their fifth power play opportunity, 2 for 4 thus far. Zaremba takes a pass from Alex Dobrzenecki. Back to Alex Dobrzenecki, holding it. Oh, and he elects not to shoot it there. He was trying to get the pass off to Matt O'Neill. Alden for Gettle. Gettle up top, tees up a shot, and it goes just wide. Slapped down the ice.
Oh.
Good job by Gettle to keep that in with the left skate. Alden stepping around his man, taking it to the net. Eric Alden throwing it into the slot, and Dobrzenecki took a stab at it with the backhand, swing and a miss. Here comes Ethan Martin now working one-on-one with Gettle, and his shot was through the legs of Gettle. Rodebush had to be careful there. 37 seconds to go. The Bulldog power play. Pass is picked off by Jared Fielden. Fielden takes a shot, and it's off of the shoulder of Nick Gettle and out of play. .32 seconds to go The Bulldog power play. In to take the draw is the freshman Justin Fisher. He's got his brothers running around here at the Arrington as they usually are, wearing their Fish's Bro t-shirts. Not able to win it. That's whipped down the ice by Bubanik. Here's Andre Rakis. Outletted for Fisher, cross ice for Coburn. Coburn lifts it in, and Justin Fisher was taken down as he was going to the net, no call. Brad Coburn with a beautiful stick handling play through the legs there. Tees up John Hoskins, and his shot is blocked into the shin pads of a Kent State defender. Now we've got to be careful. In behind the play is Handlovich, who was coming out of the box. I don't think Jared Fielden saw him there. Handlovich out of the box, was all alone at the blue line, screaming for the puck. And Handlovich didn't see him. Fisher now bumping into Rui, picks up the loose puck. It's thrown out. Intercepted, and Andre Rakis is going to take a penalty here. Tripping Trevor Polasek at the blue line.
Frank, I just didn't see that one. I didn't see a trip right there, and he threw his hands up saying, hey, I didn't trip him, and I really didn't see it there.
Yeah, I agree with you, Gabe. That's a bit of a soft call in my opinion. Andre Rakis is heading to the sin bin.
It looked to me like that Golden Flash player was just kind of uncoordinated. Maybe not the best Golden Flash, and just kind of fell down on his own.
And maybe a piece of acting there by the Kent State player. Regardless, Golden Flashes are off to their fourth power play. They're 1 for 3 on the evening. It's a big kill here for Adrian coming up. Radosevich backhands it in. It's off the stick of Adam Bristol. Bristol on the backhand, not able to clear it out. Wenzel takes a whack at it, and it just eludes into the neutral zone. Chance Taylor took a hit by Sakharopoulos, and shot from the opposite end by Bristol floats down. Ganali lifts it into the opposite corner. Eric Alden gets there first, able to whack it down. Bulldogs do clear it. Fielden over the blue. Dumps it in. 1 minute gone in the Kent State power play. No shots yet. Coming out of the corner with it is Bubanik. Spins around up to the point. Fielden being watched closely by Sam Johnson. Lifts it up for Bubanik. Bubanik walking in, takes a shot. A good block there by Sam Johnson. Bubanik hollering for it. Gives it back to the point. Robert Rue takes a shot, and it's again blocked. Robert Rue on the half wall. He's going to turn it over, and it's slapped down the ice by Adam Bristol. Bulldogs will get a change. A long lead pass is picked off by the Bulldogs. Robert Rue turns it over. Nice collision at the blue line there between Alden and Swan. And Eric Alden's going to flip it down the ice. Ted Anstead, watch out, here comes a big hit. And he runs his man into the boards, Alex Compion. Andre Rakis is freed from the penalty box. No shots for Kent State on their power play, and there's a backhand that takes an awkward bounce up into the air. Chris Swan up to the point. Swan back with it. Turned over in the center of the ice, and here comes Dobrzacki. Dobrzacki lifts it into the opposite corner for Zach McKay. Not able to get there first. Kent State breaks it out. Here could have a chance here. Robert Rue across the blue. Drop pass was picked off by the Bulldogs, and here comes Zach McKay. McKay's got some Bulldogs with him, and not a good pass there by Zach McKay to Ted Anstead. Bulldogs are away 3-on-1 there. Hoskins is going to send it in deep. We've gone quite a while without a whistle here. Josh Hoskins not able to corral that loose puck. Here comes Boudia now. Walking in, he's going to flip it in and get a change. Hoskins has his pass picked off. just outside the blue by Chance Taylor. And Taylor takes a big hit by Justin Fisher. Right in front of Ellen Stanton. 2-2 hockey game here. Shots are 31-14 for the Bulldogs. Clearly outplaying and outchancing them. Kent State is hanging around in this game, Gabe. Here's Justin Fisher now. He is able to get it up for DeRoche. He's got Coburn going to the net. And he's going to throw it looking for Coburn. And a good block there by Jared Fielden to get down and get rid of that pass across.
Yeah, Frank, that was definitely a good play. You never want to let the Cobra get the puck down by your net, because if the Cobra gets the puck, he's going to score.
It could happen right here, and he was slipped through a few defenders but couldn't get a shot off. Here's DeRoche into the slot now, taken down. Coburn corrals it on the backhand.
Yeah, the Cobra's good, but he can't score when 4 defenders are on him. You know, it takes about 4 defenders to stop him.
Nicky Sack takes a shot. That goes wide. Bubanik is just going to flip it down the ice. Adam Bristol's got to wait for his team to tag up before he can touch it. 2.5 to go in the second period. Pass up for Kyle Schaefer is picked off by the Bulldogs. And Schaefer lifts it into the meshing and out of play. Well, Gabe, Kent State will be represented in Super Bowl 49 next week when Julian Edelman takes the field for the New England Patriots. In Super Bowl 49 in Arizona, Julian Edelman played quarterback for Kent State. Patriots drafted him in the 7th round 5 years ago, and they converted him into a punt returner / wide receiver. He's had a pretty productive year for the New England Patriots.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I'm a football guy, Frank, and got a lot of good things to say about Julian Edelman. He is a fantastic receiver, catching all kinds of balls that may have been deflated from Tom Brady, and, you know, just a great playmaker for the New England Patriots. The New England Patriots have a fantastic system. They do a great job of getting players that are inexpensive and using them to their potential.
There was a shot by Adam Bristol gloved. My question to you is this, Gabe. If the New England Patriots are to win Super Bowl next week, Julian Edelman would not be the first player from Kent State to win a Super Bowl, and that brings us to our trivia question. That is, what other 2 players who went to Kent State won a Super Bowl? We'll find out in the third period. Get your thinking cap on. There's Nick Sack, who takes a shot and it goes wide. Eludes everyone wrapped around the boards. You're not allowed to use your phone, Gabe. Can't look that up. 1.5 to go here in the
that's a hard one, Frank.
second period. I'd like to remind everybody that Bobby Bodette will be joining us in the second intermission here. He's not playing tonight. He's in the stands, and he is off to Granada, Spain next week to represent Team USA at the World University Games. Played for them last year, and they had their best finish ever, placing 5th. So he'll be off next week. We'll hear from him before he ships off to Europe. 1 minute to go in the second period. Armstrong trying to get it out to the point, but Chance Taylor's got him pinned up against the boards. Zach Armstrong's a little guy, but he's got heart. Look at this, coming away with it, taking it to the net. Puck is loose and able to cover it up is Zachary Nowak. No, it's not. It's whacked away out of his glove. Nice individual effort there by Zach Armstrong, who's officially listed in the program as 5'8". That's probably a pretty generous 5'8", 160. I tell you, for a little guy that Zach Armstrong is, he gives it his all every night. Feisty, and we saw it there coming out of that scrum with the puck, taking it hard to the net.
You know, Frank, he's the kind of player I like to see, you know, always giving 100% whenever he's on the ice.
35 to go. Fisher wins the draw for Coburn. Here we go. Shot on net by the Cobra, and that's going to be the hat trick right there.
The Cobra with his 3rd goal of the evening, and this guy is unstoppable, Frank. Wow. Unbelievable. We're not even out of the second period. Wow.
Justin Fisher wins the draw. Coburn picks it up, and a quick shot right off the draw through a screen. Eludes Zach Novak, low glove side, and for Brad Coburn, that's his 3rd of the game. He had a hat trick last Thursday when we were here, ACTV broadcasting, and 6 goals in the last 2 weeks. 7, actually. Scored 4 goals last weekend in 2 games against Western. Kid's hot. 24 seconds to go. Bulldogs have jumped out to the 3-2 lead. Fisher in to take the draw against Fielden. And they'll redo this puck drop.
Frank, if this were basketball, I'd say he was balling.
Watch out here. Here comes Cobra again to DeRoshi. Up for Coburn. Brad Coburn in the slot, and he's hooked. Hooked on the slot. Gabe, this could be a penalty shot. Austin Rodebush skating to the Bulldog bench. Are we going to see a penalty shot, Gabe? We might.
I hope it is.
Oh, we see a hook. Could have went either way there. Brad Coburn was not clear-cut, probably why they're just calling it a minor hooking penalty.
Yeah,
it's
I'll tell
going.
you, nothing gets me more fired up than when somebody's messing with my favorite players for my favorite teams, and they can't be hooking my man Brad Coburn down there. I want this guy to finish with 7 goals tonight.
What a pass by DeRoshi to Coburn to spring him free. Zach Summer off to the box for hooking. 10 seconds to go here. Hoskins down low. Bulldogs will have to get a shot off quickly here. Coburn, 4 seconds. 3 seconds. He takes a hit on the half wall by Grinali, and that is going to end second period of play. So when we come back, Bulldogs will have a minute 50 of power play time to start the third period. Justin Fisher drawing the lone assist on that Brad Coburn goal. 33 shots thrown on net by the Bulldogs, only 15 directed at Austin Rodebush by the Kent State Golden Flashes. And we've got Ellen Stanton now. She's down at the Bulldog bench. We'll see who she grabs. Just a reminder, so our trivia question, Gabe. We'll reveal that in the third period. What 2 NFL players from Kent State have won Super Bowls? Both linebackers.
Okay.
They both played for the same team, but did not win their Super Bowls on the same team. So that should
Even it
narrows down a little bit.
I know what team they played for right now.
Okay, well, you hold on 1 second.
Basically, they're just shutting down our shots.
Because right now we've got Ellen Stanton down on the Bulldog bench with Alex Dober-Zanecki, the product of Fishers, Indiana. Ellen?
Thanks. You guys are up 3-2. But what are they doing well to hold you guys this 3-2 lead right now?
Basically, they're just getting in the lanes of our shots. They're working hard to do a better job of getting the puck there.
And as a captain, what is your overall assessment of the first 2 periods?
We got to be better. We're missing some golden opportunities in front of the net, so we just got to get more shots here.
Thank you, and good luck in the third.
Thanks.
Frank?
Thanks a lot, Ellen. Gabe thinks he knows who these 2 Pittsburgh Steelers players might be.
You want me to go ahead and take a shot right now?
There are 2 Pittsburgh Steelers players.
Well, you just said Pittsburgh Steelers. I knew it was the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm thinking
That's
it's going to be Jack Ham and Jack Lambert.
Well, we'll find out in the third period.
All right.
We're going to have Bobby Bodette up in the broadcast booth here for an interview in about 5 minutes, so make sure you stay tuned. You are watching ACTV Thursday Night Hockey with Frank Krupe and Gabe Schrei. We'll be right back. let us know. All right, now we're joined by Bobby Beaudet, the junior from Garden, Michigan. Bob, you're going to be shuffling off to Granada, Spain in a few weeks to represent Team USA at the World University Games for the second straight year. It's a great accomplishment, and I'm sure another exciting opportunity for you. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what exactly the World University Games are, and tell us about the experience and how Team USA did last year.
Well, last year we ended up taking fourth. We did really good. It's the best finish that we've ever done, and it's all the best college athletes in the world. The USA, they take ACHA players. They have I don't know what it is without the NCAA, but they take ACHA guys, and I was fortunate enough to get picked along with 7 other guys from last year's team. And I mean, it's just a great overall experience. We go over there, we get to see new things, we get to meet new people, and they really take care of us over there. So I'm really excited.
What are some of the aspects of getting taken care of? Because, I mean, you go over there and you are part of USA Hockey. You get all the apparel, good meals, great hotel. Tell us about some of the perks that you get playing with the U.S. team.
Well, they send you boxes of like clothes and stuff and equipment. You get everything because we meet in Chicago, and in Chicago they basically give you all your helmets, your pants, everything you need. And then when we get over there, you're looking at 3 home-cooked meals every single day and every single night. And other than that, I mean, there's an entourage that goes, so they're always watching out for you. They're always making your stay there just, top notch. It's really a class act organization, and they really take care of us.
So last year you went with Andre Rakes and Ryan Bachman. This year you're the lone member off this Bulldog club to go. Billy Ballant, also from our GLCHL conference, is going. Tell me a little bit about the team, some of the guys from around the ACHA that'll be heading over there with you.
Well, there's a lot of new guys. Like I said, there's only 7 of us, but the guys that I know, they're really good hockey players, and they really bring a different aspect to the team. Each guy has a role, and we need to have those after meeting for 2 weeks. And I'm excited for Billy to go. We were on the same line last year, and we roomed together, and he's a really great kid, and he's a really good hockey player, and so are all the other 7 guys. A lot of them are from out western schools like Arizona and in Oklahoma. I'm really excited to be playing with Miko Solorzano and Bryce Johnson and stuff, because I played against them. I played against a lot of the guys, and they're all just, they're phenomenal hockey players. They're really fun to watch.
Absolutely. Now, Dan Phelps, who coached here for many years, this Bulldog D1 team, he's an assistant coach with the U.S. team, correct?
Yep.
Have you been in contact with him? Has he called you at all in the last couple weeks?
Yeah, just getting stuff squared away, passport, everything ready to go, and then he'll throw in some of Phelps' words of wisdom, as you know. Phelps just as good as I do, and
absolutely.
He throws that in, and he does really well over there. He's a forwards coach, and he tries to accommodate everyone just as well as the other coaches. So
now, the only thing about going over there, Bob, it's kind of bittersweet because this Bulldog club, you're a big part of it. Second on the team in points. We're going to lose you for 2 weeks?
Yeah, 4 games.
You're going to miss out on senior night, so it's kind of bittersweet getting to go over there and play for US, but you miss out on a couple of key weeks with this Bulldog team.
Yeah, I grew. The seniors on this team, I've been with them for 3 years, and I'm going to miss them so much. And it's like you said, it's bittersweet.
Don't start with that. You're going to make me cry. Don't start with that. Wait till May to do that. All right, come on.
Yeah, but I love the boys, and they're. The biggest thing that they're showing is they're so supportive of what I'm doing, and they're nothing but happy, and I know that I'm gonna miss it, but they'll be watching, they'll be rooting me on, and like I said, I'm gonna miss 4 weeks, but we got the team to bring it home, especially on senior night. So
absolutely. Last question for you here, Bob. It's only a 3-2 game against this Kent State squad that is sitting in second last place in our conference. What does our Bulldog team have to do in the third period here? Maybe some things to clean up on if we really want to run away and get 2 points in this game.
Well, penalties. We got to stop taking penalties. It ruins the flow of the game, and I'm guilty of it from time to time. And you can just tell from watching it up here. We need to relax. We're gripping the stick way too hard. They just need to have fun out there. It doesn't look like we're having too much fun right now, but hopefully they can turn it around in the third period, start having fun, and do the systems that we work on, and they'll pull it off.
Absolutely. All right, Bob, thanks a lot for being up here with us. We're about 6 minutes away from puck drop in the second period, so don't you go anywhere. We're right here on ACTV. And hockey fans, welcome back to ACTV. Moments away from dropping the puck for the third period of play. 3-2 Bulldogs. Brad Coburn with a hat trick, single-handedly keeping the Bulldogs in this game. And that line of Coburn, Durocher, and Fisher once again supplying all the offense tonight. Remember, Coach Hodnicki, one of his keys to the game tonight was looking for balanced scoring, Gabe. Well, he hasn't found it, at least in the first 40 minutes. Every point coming from Fisher, Durocher, and Coburn tonight. And I'm sure Coach Hodnicki and Coach Jeremy Cross can't be too pleased with that, even though they do have a 3-2 lead. Gabe, you guessed one of our players for our trivia question. Jack Lambert did go to Kent State, and he won a Super Bowl with the Pittsburgh Steelers in the 80s when they had that dynasty team down there. There is another player. He was a linebacker.
James Harrison. And we got to give a shout-out to Dave Stanton in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Ellen's dad was the first to answer this question correctly.
Okay.
And, Jack Ham did win some Super Bowls with the Pittsburgh Steelers, but he did not play for Kent State.
No. There's actually a number of notable athletes and celebrities that attended Kent State. We mentioned Harrison and Jack Lambert. Antonio Gates went to Kent State. He was one of the better tight ends in the NFL this year. Josh Cribbs, good return man for the Indianapolis Colts. Nick Saban, head coach of Alabama, won a number of national championships. The legendary Notre Dame Fighting Irish coach Lou Holtz went to Kent State, Gabe. Of course, Julian Edelman.
Frank, I did not know any of that. I'll tell you, Antonio Gates is going to end up being one of the best tight ends to ever play professional football.
He played basketball at Kent State. They converted
he's a monster. He's a house.
How about one of the original Batmen, Michael Keaton?
Really?
Is a Kent State alumni alongside Arsenio Hall and Steve Harvey. So a number of cool alumni that attended Kent State, and of course, probably the most famous one of all, Alex Dobrzenecki's dad, Joe Dobrzenecki, who from what I hear was track star, ran the decathlon. Maybe his son pops one in tonight. Bulldogs to the power play, minute and a half here. Continuing over from the last period, and there's Hoskins whiffing on a one-time attempt. Bulldogs will have to retreat the zone. Andre Rakis going to wrap it around. Coburn and Durocher colliding into each other on the half wall, and the puck is freed out of the Kent State zone. Not on the same page there were Coburn and Durocher. Comes Andre Rakis now. Lifts the backhand, and it's picked off by Robert Roux, who's got an assist tonight for Kent State. Back in come the Bulldogs. Here's Cobra holding up. Sauce pass for Andre Rakis, and he couldn't handle it. We could have a chance here now. Watch out, Trevor Pulaski coming in, and a nice back check by Rakis to strip that puck of Pulaski.
Yeah, they'd have been in trouble if it had been any other player fighting for the puck right there, but it was Rakis. They were safe, Frank.
One of the fastest guys on the Bulldog Club is Andre Rakis. And he got back quickly there. 22 seconds to go on the Bulldog power play. Here's Dobrzenecki over the blue. Leaves it for Gettle, who sends it back for Dobrzenecki. Into the opposite side for Alden, who sends it back into the corner. Dobrzenecki being pressured by Rubenik. Zaremba comes out with it on the other side. Penalty has expired. Zach Summer back to the ice. Bulldogs don't get a shot away on their fifth power play. Here's Gettle able to hold the blue. He takes a shot, and all alone was Dobrzenecki, and he could not get a tip on that. Now it's Dobrzenecki back with it for Gettle. He's going to the net. Gettle throws it on net. And a weak shot easily handled by Zach Nowak, the 31st save of the night for him.
I'll tell you, Frank, before that, it looks like they missed a hooking call by Troy Bubanek on our boy there, Dobrzenecki. It looked pretty suspicious to me. They made that one call earlier. It wasn't really a hooking if you were to ask me, and now they missed one.
So maybe getting away with a break there Here comes Kent Boudia, curling around, waiting for support, trying to go cross ice, but he's stick checked by Armstrong, able to get it down low anyways. Thrown into the opposite corner and whacked out by Adam Bristol. And there's another penalty that was averted there as Zach Armstrong was taken down by Ethan Martin at the blue line. The refs have missed a few tonight, that's for sure. Bristol teeing up a drive, and it's into the shins of Robert Roux. And I tell you, we have not seen Casey Barley, number 19, who left the game in the first period after he blocked an Adam Bristol shot. Looked like it went off his forearm, and he immediately went to the training room. He is out of the game.
Hopefully he's all right. You know, you never want to block a shot from Bristol, the pistol, with your arm. That's a bad idea, Frank. I could have told you that.
I don't want to block him in practice. Forget about these guys out there who aren't wearing anything. And now Coburn has got mixed up a little bit in behind the play with Chad Parise, who slapped the stick out of his hands and into the corner. You don't want to piss the Cobra off, that's for sure. Here comes the Kent State now. The puck is flipped out. Trevor Pulaski now turns it over for DeRoche. Here comes Chris DeRoche taking it to the net. DeRoche going with it, and Chris DeRoche is robbed on the back door. What a save made by Zach Nowak as he stepped through a couple of Kent State defenders. Huge save by Nowak. 10 Bell to keep his team in the game. And now taking a hit was Fielden by Darren Tarasov. Puck is sent down the ice. Icing waved off. Wow, what a save on Chris DeRoche, who's got 2 assists tonight. Just under 5 minutes gone in the third period. Bulldogs lead 3-2. Puck is dumped in for Bubanik, and there's a big collision.
Rakes put Curtis Swan down right there, Frank.
Driving his shoulder into Curtis Swan is right. Rakes. Long lead pass for McKay. Here's McKay, who was taken down. Nice hip check thrown on him by Radosevich. Kobrzenicki has his stick slapped out of his hands. Gettle retreating for the Bulldogs. This pass for McKay eludes everyone and heads up. O'Neill got a big hit, but now we've got Zaremba coming in, and Matt Zaremba is stopped on the breakaway, point blank.
I'll tell you, Frank, it's never a good idea to hit the angry stepdad, Matt O'Neill, like that. He can come back and lay a good one on you.
Wow, Matt Zaremba stymied on the breakaway.
We had a lot of action right there.
That's 3 breakaways that Nowak has stopped in this game. Matt O'Neill looks to be all right, but he took a huge open ice hit. Usually he's the one giving those. This time he was on the receiving end.
Frankie's already looking for revenge down there, just missing a Kent State man.
Kent State now centering attempt. Puck is loose in front. Big save by Rodebush, his first of the period. On number 13, Chance Taylor. And now here come the Bulldogs. Matt Zaremba stepping around his man. Zaremba throwing it in front and whacking away at it was Polishchuk, swinging a miss. Flying in there behind the play was O'Neill, and he's out for blood right now after taking a big hit at the blue line. O'Neill parked in front. Now he'll head into the corner, retreat the puck, backhands it up to the point for Gettle, who throws it back down low. Centering attempt was blocked, and the puck was covered up by Zach Nowak. And now we're going to send it down to Ellen Stanton, who's once again in between the Bulldog benches. Ellen?
Thanks, Frank. The Bulldogs have 5 more games on their schedule before playoffs coming up. 2 of those games being against Western Michigan, who they took on last weekend, beating them by scores of 7-1 and 3-1, which being a very physical game, as we see with Bodette out of the lineup since he did get suspended last weekend for fighting. Guys?
Thanks a lot, Ellen. Just a reminder, we'll be broadcasting the rest of the Bulldog home games this year on ACTV. There's only 2 left. February 6th at Western Michigan, and then senior night on February 12th against Eastern Michigan. Bulldogs are off next weekend before taking on Rochester College February 4th. Zach Armstrong wins the draw, and the shot on the half wall by Sam Johnson doesn't get through. Adam Bristol able to keep it in with his glove, sends it down low. Eric Wenzel had a puck bounce over his stick. Golden Flashes break it out. Sent down by Chad Parise. Oh, and Rodebush had his pass attempt picked off by Hanovich, but the Bulldogs quickly avert the danger and break it out. Sam Johnson was trying to spring Armstrong on the left side. Sent down low. Nick Sakharopoulos being pressured by Ganali. He gets it up the half wall for Bristol. Adam Bristol, a nice pass up for Dobrzanicki, and he was almost away, but Jared Fielden did a nice job to block that. Now here comes Bubonic, and he's going to take a weak shot. Easily gloved by Austin Rodebush. Austin Rodebush has not had to make too many big saves tonight. He's been pretty quiet, only 17 thrown on net by Kent State. The majority of those have been from the perimeter. So relatively quiet game for Rodebush, but I guarantee he's going to have to make 1 or 2 big saves if the Bulldogs want to come away with a victory here, keep their win streak alive. Ted Anstead able to chip it down. Ganali goes cross ice. Puck is turned over into the neutral zone for Tarasov, who whips it down. Bubonic goes off the glass. Rakis, good job to hop down and pinch that off. Now log jam on the half wall. Dobrzanicki comes away with it. Shot from inside the blue is kicked aside by the Kent State goaltender. Tarasov back with it. He throws it in, and it's blocked off of Bubonic. Dobrzanicki up to the point for Rakis. Low shot is tipped and just wide of the net. Rakis slaps one back down low. Good pressure here from Adrian. Kent State hemmed in their own zone. Ted Anstead just trying to get it out for McKay. The time on attack has definitely been in favor of Adrian all game long, as has the shots on net. Now here comes Rakis, and he's stick checked by Ganali. And there's your man, Gabe. He's back out on the ice, the Cobra, with a hat trick tonight.
He's been playing great, Frank.
This whole line has been playing great tonight. Oh, and watch out. What is Nick Gettle doing there? Trying to get out in front. Big save by Rodebush.
Ooh, that was suspicious, Frank.
Sure was. Big save on John Butitia. Not sure what Nick Gettle was trying to accomplish there. Getting a little too fancy in his own zone. Usually Nick Gettle is pretty calm and cool in his own zone. Sophomore from Davidson, Michigan, bailed out by Rodebush there on the giveaway. Now it's Chance Taylor with it in behind the Bulldog net. He's being checked by Gettle. Taylor out in front. He takes a shot. Big save by Rodebush.
Whoa,
there's another one.
Save.
And now we've got DeRoshi squeaking down into the Kent zone. He leaves it for Coburn. Coburn throws it out in front for Eric Alden. Eric pinching in, and his shot is blocked. Gettle has to retreat. Chance Taylor pressuring him. DeRoshi just able to stay on side. Here's Coburn who takes a shot. Nice toe drag. Big save by Nowak. Pulaski clears it out. Fisher takes a hit from Pulaski, and Bulldogs will get a change.
Frank, I thought we were going to see 4 right there.
Well, we just might see 4, Gabe. You never know.
He's playing some good hockey tonight.
Polschuk colliding with Hanovich in the corner. In to help him out is Zaremba. Puck squirts out free, and it's chipped out by Kent. Pulaski now able to win the race to the puck there. Sakharopoulos rings it around. Here's Matt O'Neill with it now. Matt O'Neill up for Polschuk, couldn't handle the pass. 17 retreats with it. He'll retreat again. Pass up for Polschuk. He'll give chase to it. Hacked by Ganali, and there's a shot sticked aside. Matt Zaremba. Wide angle shot. And Matt Zaremba looks like he catches Nowak by surprise. Referee immediately waving it off. What's going on here now? Matt Zaremba threw a wide angle shot in. Red light went on, and a referee immediately waved it off, and now you see the signal from the ref, no goal.
Oh, my, Frank. I don't know. I don't like that. I know Matt O'Neill was in front of the net down there real close, but
Not sure why.
The decision is no goal.
Rob Hodnicki getting a word from the referee right now. There's Matt O'Neill skating by the Kent State bench. He's got a few words for Troy Bubanik. Not sure why the goal was waved off. Gabe, my guess could be the net was maybe knocked off. There was a foray of bodies in the crease there. Maybe the net was off its moorings, but of course we don't hear any explanation up here. No goalie interference call. There was no penalties awarded on the play, so I'm going to guess the net was Zach Armstrong taking a big hit from Radosevich. Less than 10 minutes to go in the game. Bristol takes a high shot. Keep your head up. Woo! That was a rocket. Kent State. Now Fielden takes a shot and it's away wide.
I'll tell you, Frank, I started calling him Bristol Pistol. That's going to stick because this guy is a gun.
That was on display there. And despite having a gun game, he's only got one goal on the season. And he's a guy the Bulldogs need more production out of. Here comes Robert Rue now. Takes a shot and a big save made by Rodebush. He wasn't sure where it was. Off of the shoulder and into the corner. Big save by Rodebush. He's had a few in the last 5 minutes here. This game could easily be tied up by Kent. Shots 39-20 for the Bulldogs. Alex Campion able to chip it off the glass, but it's held in by Tarasov. First man in on is the Cobra. His backhand goes for Justin Fisher. Fisher up to the point for Hoskins. His shot won't make it through. Breaking out are the Golden Flashes. Over the blue line is Chance Taylor. Taylor wheeling and dealing his way through the neutral zone, the Bulldog zone. Couldn't get a shot off. Nice job to hold the line there by Summer. Bulldogs come away with it. A long pass up for Coburn. He'll get a change. Under 8 minutes to go in the game. Robin Danielson with it. His pass goes up. He takes a hit by O'Neill at the tail end of that play.
O'Neill is back in and he's on fire, man. He looks like he's angry down there.
Puck is turned over to Matt Zaremba. Watch out here. Zaremba's centering pass picked off by Ganali. And chipped out into the neutral zone. The Golden Flashes are hanging around in this game here. One shot away from tying it up. A lot of turnovers by Kent State, though, that's for sure. A lot of icing calls, too. There's one right there.
Frank, you can't have turnovers in any sport. If you want to win the game, you've got to keep possession of the puck. That icing hurts, too, on top of it. That's just the icing on the cake, as one would say.
And there's Eric Alden, number 26. Him and Nick Gettle have been paired up all year long. And they've done a good job for Coach Hodnicki this season. There's a shot on net by Alden. Floated in easily, stopped by Zach Nowak. Zach Nowak has played a real good game, Gabe, for this Kent State University team. 37 saves. Number of 10 bell saves, 3 breakaways. Zaremba, Wenzel, McKay, all stymied on the breakaway opportunities. Ganali wraps it around the boards. Alden pinching in to hold the zone. Now it's flipped out. Gettle now pinching in to hold it, and they do, but it squeaks out for Gettle. Here comes Gettle through the neutral zone. He'll flip it up, just staying in bounds. Bulldogs will get a change. Ganali flips it into the neutral zone, but it's whacked back into the Kent State zone by Anstedt. Alden taking a bit of a run by Chance Taylor, and now Taylor throwing it on net. Deflected wide. Someone's lost a glove down there. It's Eric Alden playing without a glove And he's going to have to retreat back to the bench. Here's Dobrzanecky now with Coburn going to the net. Dobrzanecky feeds Coburn. Brad Coburn stopped. Big save made.
Wow.
On the Cobra by Zachary Nowak.
What a great save by Nowak. I was sure that one was going in, Frank.
Even
Wow.
better pass, though, by Alex Dobrzanecky to spring Brad Coburn, who just about had his fourth.
His skills when he gets a hold of that puck, it looks like it's on a string attached to the end of his stick almost. I mean, he is just great with that thing.
Fisher in to take the draw. Not able to win it. Robin Danielson running too hard by DeRoshi. Under 6 minutes to go. Puck is cleared down the ice. Waved off. Rotobush is going to wrap it around the glass. Might have been a smarter idea just to leave it there for his defenders, but nonetheless, here come the Bulldogs. Offside was Chris DeRoshi. Play ahead of him. So as I mentioned before, Gabe, Bulldogs are 16-3 all-time versus Kent State. 119-35. The combined score of all 19 games these teams have played for the Bulldogs, of course. Kent State has not beat Adrian since November 14th, 2011. It was a 4-3 victory for Kent State here at the Arrington. Bulldogs have won all 16 matches since then. Wenzel, big pass up for Sam Johnson, who's taking it to the net. Sam Johnson lost control of the puck, ends up into the corner. Exactly 5 minutes to play, and down the corner now we've got an injured Kent State player. Ted Anstad taking a run and whacking at one of the Kent State men. No call there.
Wow.
Refs are going to let it go.
Frank, how do they let that go?
Close game, Gabe. Ted Anstad took a shot there. Sam Johnson gave one. A couple penalties could have been given out there. Bristol with it at the point. Sends it down low.
Frank, shake and bake. Here comes the rake. Andre Rakes is back in the game now.
There's a shot by Rakes, and that is stopped. Shake, bake, and rake. I love that one, Gabe.
Shake and bake. Here comes the rake.
His shot was tipped on the way in. Adam Bristol shaking his head as he skates off for some reason. 4:20 to play. Matt Zaremba in to take the draw. It's a big one, and he wins it. Tarasov's going to take a shot, sticked into the corner. Aaron Tarasov scored last weekend against Western Michigan after being a healthy scratch a week ago, and now we could have a chance here for Kent State. Bubanich is in on it, but it's backhand play by Rotobush to avert the danger. Here comes Tarasov now, and his pass is through the legs of Polishchuk. Bubanich flips a backhand out. It's turned over. Zaremba flips it up. And Bubanich stepping around Tarasov. Now we've got a 2-on-1. Here comes Bubanich. He's going to take a shot.
Oh, no, Frank, no.
And Troy Bubanich goes short side on Austin Rotobush. We are tied at 3, Gabe. Nice goal by Troy Bubanich.
Man.
Are you kidding me?
Man, Frank, I hate to see that. He just went right around the rake and put that in the net.
So with 3:43 to go, Kent State has tied the game. Troy stepping around Darren Tarasov, coming down 2-on-1 with Curtis Swan. He elects to shoot short side, and he beats Austin Rotobush clean on the blocker side, and I think that's one number 31 and net for the Bulldogs would like to have back.
Oh, no.
And there's a big hit thrown on Ted Anstad. Kent State coming right back at it now. Body's flying. Weak shot is lifted in. Rotobush leaves it for Gettle. Here comes McKay now. He's going to lift the backhand in, but not deep enough. And it's flipped back down. Here's Ted Anstad, leaving the puck for Eric Alden to get it in deep. 3 minutes to play. We'll see if the Bulldogs have any magic here. Bubenek's 9th of the season ties the game up. Caleb Ganali drawing an assist along with Andrew Radosavich on the game-tying goal. Taking it to the net now are the Bulldogs. Zanstedt goes up top for Alden. Alden's going to hold. Wrist shot goes through, and getting through a number of bodies wasn't on the target. Centering passes off the side of the goal and jumped out into the slot. Bristol. Cross ice for Alden. Looking for DeRoche down low, who's cutting across, but it's turned over to Hanovich, who flips it down. Both teams will get a change. Quick outlet pass up by Rodebush. Fisher is taken down from behind. Hit thrown by Jared Fielden.
Frank, this game has become a whole nother level of physical very quickly.
Inside 2 minutes of play. Bristol, is a long shift for Adam Bristol here. Still out there for the Bulldogs. Coburn with it in behind the net now. Brad Coburn centering attempt is off the side of the goal. Whacking away at it was Coburn. Couldn't get it to go. Cross ice for Coburn in the slot, and Brad Coburn is stymied. What a save made by Brad Coburn. Puck is still loose. Wow. Excuse me, by Zach Nowak. Best save of the night by either goaltender on Brad Coburn, who was all alone, untouched. Huge save.
Frank, one of these teams, if they want to win this game in regulation, is going to need a hero. Only a minute left now.
Could have it right here. It's Brad Coburn back with it, and he goes top shelf. Brad Coburn is your hero, Gabe, with 1:03 to play.
The Cobra with his 4th goal of the night. And there's the hero. 1 minute and 3 seconds left in the game. And Brad Coburn says, I got this, boys. Hop on my back. Let's win this game. The Bulldogs leading 4-3 with 1 minute and 3 seconds left in the game. And our sound guy is even cheering. I mean, Dan, the tech guy, is standing and cheering. We're very excited here.
Hold your horses, Gabe. Alex Dobrznecki has just been ejected from the game. Penalty box open. Bulldog penalty box open. We could see a Kent State power play here with 1:03 to go. Let's see what happens. So this is not over by any means. We don't have a call here yet, but we do have a timeout on the Bulldogs' end.
Frank, what a goal.
What a goal is right. I mean, there are not many goalies in the ACHA, myself included, who are going to stop that attempt. Coburn all alone in front. Goes forehand, backhand, pops the water bottle for his 4th of the night. Make that 8 goals in the last 3 games for the Cobra. And if the Bulldogs come away with this one, they will have number 27 to thank. That's for sure.
He's playing some serious hockey out there right now.
So it looks like Alex Dobrznecki was ejected, and it's just going to be a 10-minute misconduct, so his night's done. Penalty box closes. We will have 5-on-5. Minute 3 left. Can the Bulldogs hold on to this one?
1 minute. Remaining in the third period. 1 minute.
Goaltender Nowak is to the bench. Extra attacker on for Kent State. Puck is thrown in on net, and it's stopped by Bristol. Bristol goes for the empty net, and he just misses it.
Bristol the pistol going for the long goal. That gun almost came up big right there. That would have been his 2nd goal on the season.
It's a bit of a risky play, though, by Adam Bristol. If you don't score, now we've got the draw back in the Bulldog zone. And a timeout by Kent State. Nick Sakalaropoulos and Matt Zaremba drawing the assists on Coburn's goal. Kent State has called a timeout here, Gabe. This is probably a good time to reveal the answer to our trivia question. It was James Harrison and Jack Lambert.
I think we already did.
Oh, did we do that already?
Yeah, we already did that.
Oh, we did.
It's okay.
All right, then.
You're getting old. It's okay. We understand.
I'm getting old. Let me tell you. My old age here. Bulldogs 13-game home winning streak right now being saved by Brad Coburn. We'll see if Adrian can hold on with 46.7 seconds to go in this one.
Frank, I would be nervous if I were Austin Rodebush. He's got to be feeling some nerves down there on the ice right now.
18 saves on 21 shots for Rodebush. You might have to make one or two more here to end this game. Winning the draw is Boudia, but it's cleared down the ice. Kent State, 6 attackers on the ice. Coburn going for the empty net, and it's blocked on the way in. Adam
Under
Bristol
30.
sends it into the corner. Bulldogs with 3 players sitting back now. 20 seconds to go. Carrying it in is Danielson. Danielson walking into the slot. Good back check there by Coburn. Puck is thrown out in front. Can he hold the line? He does. Kent State's going to take a weak shot. Blocked by Coburn. Still with it is Coburn. And he gets it out of the zone. 2 seconds to go. That, ladies and gentlemen, is going to do it. Bulldogs win 4-3.
Wow. And you know, earlier I said that Brad Coburn may try and pick up a little bit of the weight for this team for missing Bobby Beaudet. And boy, did he. 4 goals.
Well, his teammates have definitely got this win in part thanks to Brad Coburn. 4 goals. Great game by him. Also a great game by Zach Nowak, who made 45 saves on 49 shots. Austin Rodebush making 18 saves on 21 shots. Bulldogs extend their home winning streak to 14 games. They also extend their personal winning streak against Kent State to 17 games. And this was a great game we saw here tonight, Gabe. I'm sure it was a lot closer than anybody would have expected. I can't imagine Coach Rob Hodnicki and Coach Cross are going to be too pleased with the way their team played tonight. But Jim Underwood, head coach of Kent, surely has got to be proud with the way his men battled tonight. They fall to 4-7 on the road and 11-14 overall. Bulldogs improve their record to 23-3-1 on the season. 3 stars tonight, Gabe. 3rd star going out to Chris DeRoshi. 2 assists on the night for him. He played real well. Kent State goaltender Zach Nowak, our ACTV 2nd star, making 45 saves. And who else gets the 1st star, Gabe?
Oh boy, I'll tell you who it is. It's the Cobra, Brad Coburn. 4 goals. This guy playing out of his mind tonight.
Speaking of Brad Coburn, he's down at the Bulldog bench with Ellen Stanton. Ellen?
Thanks, Frank. You had all 4 goals in tonight's game. Take us through that 4th goal, the game-winning goal tonight.
I know, just some reason we had 2-on-0. Dobes let it go, and I just had the open spot. Just over the glove, just had enough spot and put it up there.
And now leading the ACHA in goals with 36. What has helped you do so well this season so far?
I know, it's just my line mates. They're finding me the puck at the right time. You know, getting me the confidence to put the puck in the net, and they also have the confidence to get me the puck when I need to.
And you guys are taking on Kent State again tomorrow night. What are you guys going to need to do to be better in that game?
We just have to play a full 60 minutes. You know, we had our chances, but we only played about half the game. Got to play the full 60 minutes and come out with the win tomorrow.
Thank you, and good luck tomorrow.
All right, thanks a lot.
Frank?
Thanks, Ellen. I'm sure Brad Coburn will be heading into the trainer's room after this game to get some work done on his shoulders. They must be a little sore after carrying this Bulldog team all night long here. Brad Coburn could possibly be the most dynamic player in the ACHA. 36 goals on the season. That's just incredible. He's could be on his way to hitting 50.
Frank, you know, I hate to say things like this. I don't like to proclaim somebody being such a great player, but he may be the best athlete on this campus. I mean, he is playing some intense hockey this season.
He's up there. So Bulldogs win 4-3 and come away with their 23rd victory of the season. Bulldogs will be back in action tomorrow night when they travel to Kent State, Ohio for the second half of this home-and-home doubleheader, 7:30 puck drop. Then they'll travel to Rochester College on February 4th. They're off next weekend. And remember, we are doing the final 2 home games for this Bulldog club. February 6th, Western Michigan comes to town, and February 12th, senior night at the Arrington when Eastern Michigan comes to take on the Bulldogs. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in to ACTV, for everyone at the production house and ACTV. Bulldogs win. Good night.